Hi everybody, I'm Jack. This is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Well, it's a Sunday here in my world and I'm just getting resettled in back here and kind of taking it easy today, just continuing with fruit. Nothing but fruit today. Had a little banana and ice cream this morning and had some mandarinas like about mid-morning, and probably after this video I'll either go cut a pineapple or do something with the meme sapote, maybe make a smoothie. But anyhow, just happy to be home and settling back in and hitting it hard tomorrow. I'm giving myself one more day just to kind of, recalibrate and get used to my surroundings again and get some unpacking done and just get a little bit of cleaning done. But tomorrow I'm going to get busy. I got a lot of writing to do. But anyhow, just thought I would come up with some raw vegan beginner tips for this new year, as everybody's, all on their new programs and whatever, and everybody's trying to do something different and be healthier in 2017. Now, I've done a number of videos on raw vegan tips, beginner tips before, so I try to either keep them fresh. I try to not just keep repeating the same stuff over and over, but there's a few points in there that I always will repeat over and over just to hammer that point home. But basically, I try to do my best and not just repeat the same video over and over. But I'm kind of old and I'm kind of senile, so if I ever repeat a video almost exactly, you're just going to have to deal with it because I'm an old man. But first thing I would say is come into this lifestyle with an open mind. Educate yourself with an open mind. That is so important. So many people come into this lifestyle, and that kind of steps into my next little tip there, is to learn the basics from some real sources and not YouTubers giving you their version of the sources. Over and over and over, this is somewhere where I repeat myself. I like to go to the more educational stuff for the basics for me, and I have to do it a lot because I don't have very good retention. So Dr. Greger, Brenda Davis, Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn, preventing heart disease, preventing and reversing heart disease, the China study. Got quite a bit of wind out here if you can't tell, but no, I like to go and I like to get the basics. I like to get the facts. I don't like to get the facts with anybody's slant on them or whatever. So, learn those basics and keep an open mind the whole time. I've mentioned that a number of times. Do not just get into a particular group, or don't just start following any YouTuber, myself included, myself particularly. But don't just stick on to some YouTuber and just, they're your Bible, they're your law, they're your religion on how to do a plant-based lifestyle, whether you're trying to just do a plant-based lifestyle or you're trying to be fully raw. Get your information from a lot of various sources and assess those sources. Don't dismiss things just because they disagree with your thinking now. You don't have to take anything. Read everything and accept what you want to accept, but have an open mind. And don't hold back on eating. That's one of the biggest problems when people come to this lifestyle, because anybody that's ever been on a diet, anybody that's ever tried to take care of some health difficulties or whatever, when it comes to your health, it's usually about restricting and not being able to get as much as you want of what you want. But on this lifestyle, and I do mean the good stuff, when you're talking about fruits and veggies, eat as much as you want. Do not be afraid because of past thought patterns and advice that you're going to eat too much fruit. Keep yourself full, because if you don't stay satiated on this lifestyle, you won't be successful, because your mind, as soon as you get really hungry and you're new to this, your mind will start going to all those old foods that you wanted to eat, and you'll cave eventually. So eat plenty of food, good stuff. One of the three things that really kill people a lot on this lifestyle, and people don't really identify them as the culprit like they should, is fat, sodium, and processed food. And I just threw processed food in there because the processed food tends to have a lot of sodium in it, a lot of it. I'm not saying all of it does, and not all processed food is created equally, but in general, a lot of the highly processed stuff is high in sodium. I was even, I've been trying to help. When I was in the States, I was trying to get some healthy things for my mom around the house. And I was in this little store, and I actually was checking out some soups that are gluten-free, organic, even some even some of the Dr. McDougall soups. And the one thing I will say about the soups is they have sodium in them. No, one thing I was just trying to say about the products, like the processed food, is it has a good bit of sodium in it. A lot of the stuff that's even touted as healthy, and a lot of the stuff that's not a bad choice necessarily, but just might be something that you don't want to be including all the time. Listen, I'm not that person. I'm not that personality. And this happens, I see it all the time in people I actually know, and people that I'm just kind of loosely associated with on Facebook, and just in general when I see comments. People are just not realizing the results they're not getting. A large part, the weight loss, I see too much fat. I've been following somebody recently, and I'm watching their journey a little bit, and I'm not going to comment. I'm not that food police, but they're talking about their journey, and almost everything I see is there's fat, there's fat, there's fat, there's fat, there's fat involved. Now, once again, won't get into the fat discussion in detail. We do need a healthy amount of fat, but a healthy amount of fat. And even if you're not sticking to 80-10-10, I'm not even talking about people in the 15 to 18% range, because there's certain times of the year I go up and down with my fat, and there's certain times of the year where I'll maybe do a month or so at 15 to 18%, but I'm talking above that. I'm talking up into the 20, 25%, 30% ranges, and they're not losing weight, and they're not putting two and two together. They're like, well, I'm a fully raw vegan. How am I not losing weight? Well, you can't just scarf down avocado and nuts and, well, especially oil, all day long. The fat, to a certain extent, the fat you eat is the fat that you wear. And the sodium retains. Like I even sometimes I'll go through periods where, I use a little bit more sea salt than I don't normally use. Maybe like when I was just in the States, and I feel just a little puffier, just a little, you do hold on to a little bit more. So that fat and that sodium, it's just, if you don't believe me, and hey, I could be wrong, I'm no expert on all of this stuff, try it for 30 days, get low on the fat, and pay attention to your sodium, and see if there's any difference in how you feel. And as always, I'm going to throw one in there that I repeat every single time, because I just want this, there might be somebody that's watching this video that's never watched any of my videos, much less any beginner tips. And the number one, as always, have a plan. You have to have a plan on this lifestyle. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I don't like those little hokey sayings, but have a plan. Know what you're doing. Don't hold, but be what am I trying to say here? Be open to adjusting that plan, because as a new person to this lifestyle, there's going to be a lot of ups and downs. There's going to be a lot of trial and error. So you want to have a basic plan, but you want to have the flexibility to be able to adjust it when necessary. And always, in the beginning, which I never did, keep a journal. Keep a journal, because then anything that's not working for you, if you have any sort of a problem, you will know exactly what you're eating. And don't fudge on this. Write every single bite that you take into your body down. And then also too, when people ask questions to people that are more experienced on this lifestyle, if you can get, the more details you can give to someone you're asking about something, the easier it is for them to maybe give you an answer and help you with that. So anyhow, just a few basic tips to start the year off. Hope all of you, what are we up to, the 8th or the 9th by now? I hope all of you that just got started this year are doing well. And like I said in a video not too long ago, it's a sprint. It's not a sprint. And just like I said in a video not too long ago, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So look at this as long term, and don't just change and act accordingly. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll hit that subscribe button, and when you hit the subscribe button, click on the little bell and check send notifications. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm about to go just relax for the rest of the afternoon, and then hit it hard come Monday morning. Peace.